All right, and today we're excited to launch our project book. So just to give you a peek at what we do and how we do collaboration, iEARN countries and educators and students around the world collaborate through global project-based learning. We use asynchronous interaction, meaning we make use of forum discussions and media sharing, photos and videos as the basis of the exchange to help negotiate time zone differences. Occasionally, we like to do synchronous connections or video conferences like this to connect classes, teachers, and students. But the bulk of the project work is created over time through this rich media sharing. The iEARN projects, they connect so many different subject areas and language groups. So we connect from kindergarten and primary school, elementary school students up through secondary school, high school, or university school students through STEM projects, so science, technology, engineering, and math. We do creative and language arts projects, and we also do a lot of humanities, so where you'd expect history and geography connecting around those subject areas. And we're very excited today to put up the publication for the 2018-2019 project group book, which features descriptions and overviews of all of the projects that are happening in the network. This is it's an incredible endeavor by 120 project facilitators from 40 countries. So these projects are designed and facilitated by these educators around the world who volunteer to help other schools connect, to create activities, and to create the projects. So we're very excited to launch this project book today. I'm going to give an overview and a peek of where you can find it and learn about the different projects. And then we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive into some of the projects by hearing from some project facilitators as they share about what their project's all about. So we're going to flip over. Here's the quick link down here. If you visit bit.ly/iEARN projects, it'll take you right to this page where you can download the copy of the 2018-2019 iEARN project book. And I wanted to feature right now as well that there is also a condensed Spanish language version produced by iEARN Latina. So if you are interested in connecting through Spanish language projects and a few Portuguese ones as well, we encourage you to check out the projects that will target those languages, which are also available on this webpage. Great, so we're very excited about the launch of this project book. Again, as we do have about 100 projects that are active for this upcoming 2018-19 cycle. And what's special and unique about all of the projects that ties them together is each project aligns with a United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. So we really encourage you to go and check out the site. You can read all about the projects and get a peek and preview for the diversity of different subjects and themes and global issues that are targeted by each of these. And I just wanted to highlight as well, there's a getting started guide in the beginning of this project book as well. So if you're new to iEARN, we encourage you to read the first couple pages as it has very helpful information and tips and suggestions and how you can start your first project. Okay, so just a preview here to help you get a picture for what's in this book. There's contact information for all of the project facilitators, links to where you can go on the iEARN website to learn more, and the timelines, subject areas, and age ranges that each one of the project addresses. And you can also go and search for the projects on our website if you want to do more of an interactive search. In addition to the project book, you can search by going to our collaboration and search area. Great. So we're very excited. Thank you again to all of the facilitators, many of whom are on this call today, for your work in supporting these projects over the years and also in making this project book publication and putting in your contributions for that. To help give a little bit of a picture of what iEARN projects are all about, we're excited to also, as the other half of this webinar, have a project film festival. This past few months, we've had some of our project facilitators work on producing short videos to tell you about their project, some of the goals and activities that students do around the world to collaborate, and to help give you a picture of why you might want to join some of these projects. So we're excited to feature some of these films. They're all up on our YouTube page. There's a channel of project videos. So we want to show a couple of them now and help paint a picture of what iEARN projects are like around the world across many different age levels and theme and subject areas. Okay, so the first project video that we're going to showcase today is for iEARN Girl Rising, and this video is presented by Mari from Japan, and it's about the Girl Rising project that connects students around the world on issues of gender and education, tackling the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals for those targets. So without further ado, I'm going to let Mari take over and share about this project.
Girl Rising is a project to learn about the girls living in developing countries. Students get to know 9 different girls facing tremendous challenges, overcome, and they obtain quality education. They achieve their dreams because they gain education. To start with, participant school needs to watch this DVD, Girl Rising. If a school doesn't have this DVD, you can ask for free copy to one of the facilitators. The goal of this project is to teach the importance of education for young girls and to watch and discuss the film Girl Rising. The students are asked to pay close attention to the stories of the various girls in the film and to think about the struggles of the characters in the film. In class, students research girls' education and child labor laws and rights in their own country. Then they share their reflections. Afterwards, the students participate in online forum discussions about the film. This is a great chance for the students to share their thoughts and impressions of the film with students from around the world. They can also discuss other issues like poverty, equality of opportunity, gender inequality, and more, which are also important issues raised by the film. Students can also read the book I Am Malala and Girl Rising, Changing the World One Girl at a Time, and discuss the personal struggles that the characters have in their attempts to receive an education. We can hold video conference with a class from another country, which allows students to have an active conversation about the film and its many important topics.
This idea that girls don't have like the same rights in some countries and they still go through these problems every day.
I learned that it's important for us to spread the value of women's education.
I learned the importance of taking classes and go to school. And despite the help of organizations such as iEARN, many women are still in the shadow of society. But we also learned that some very brave women took a step from their environment and actually caused change to their life.
One of the final projects for the class is to create a poster and to give a presentation on it. Furthermore, we encourage students to stand up and take action to ensure quality education for girls all over the world. In my school, we have a project called Stitches for Riches. It is a sewing and fair trade project that brings together Cambodian mothers and our students in order to provide educational support for their families who live in impoverished areas in Cambodia. The general timeline is year-round if there is any partner school that wants to collaborate. The age of participation ranges from junior high school to university. The subject would be global studies, social studies, civics, English, etc. Work to ensure that we attain Sustainable Development Goal number 4, quality education, and number 5, gender equality in SDGs. I'm very happy to be a facilitator of Girl Rising. This project inspires students to learn the world for the better, and they take action to change the world. Students learn many girls who face tremendous challenges to change their lives, and they achieve dreams. In iEARN, there are many good partner schools. We can not only share technical skills, but also teaching skills.
Please stand up and take action. Girl Rising!
Great. I hope you enjoyed the video from Girl Rising and from Mari and her students. I see also there's Harmeet from India who mentioned she was a participant in the project. So thank you for sharing. And please feel free to share more about this experience and the project. So again, this is just one of the examples that's listed in the project book, and we're happy to highlight in this webinar today. So if you have any questions about this project, please put them in the chat box. I know my colleagues are putting the links in to the project so you can access both the video and also so you can see the project space in the Collaboration Center. Okay. Next, we're going to feature another project video on the Teddy Bear Exchange. This is a longstanding iEARN project for students that's great for students in primary school and elementary school, and all the way up through high school students we have participating in this exchange. So this project facilitator, Maria Conti, put this video together to share about this project and how to get started. I know some of the video qualities are varying, so bear with us as we get a clear video experience for you as well.
Welcome to the Teddy Bear Project. Come learn about the world through our project, where classes are partners in sharing about their cultures. The goal of this project is to foster tolerance and understanding of cultures and people. After teachers register, the facilitator matches you with a partner class. Decide how and when the partner classes will collaborate, then the soft toy will be sent on its way. Teachers, make sure you understand the cost of sending the stuffed toy and the custom requirements to avoid any problems with the package being received. Once the toy is received is where the fun begins. Students typically will take their friend on adventures throughout the school and their community. They will write what the stuffed toy has been doing and share regularly with their partner class. Regular communication is necessary for the project to be successful. Teachers and students can consider communicating through the iEARN Project Forum, email, or other platforms available. The most enriching partnerships are where communication is constant and the teachers have planned out how they want to communicate ahead of time. The project runs through the school year and typically begins at the beginning of the school year and ends before the end of the school term. The learning possibilities are endless, and what the students learn through this project stays with them for years to come. Join us. We look forward to meeting you and collaborating with you on our project forum.
Okay, and a big thanks to Maria who put this video together to help describe the Teddy Bear Project and give you some helpful guidelines. If you're thinking about joining a project exchange and haven't done one before, this is a great way to experience one as a beginner, although it's also a favorite for educators who participate year after year. If anyone has participated in the teddy bear project that's in our webinar, please feel free to put a note in our chat box. I see Cecilia has put a note in that she's participated for 6 years and has had a wonderful experience every time. So thanks for sharing that in the chat box, Cecilia. And we, invite everyone to join, even if you're a beginner or if you've done projects for years. This is a really great project. And students get very excited about having their teddy bear ambassador travel to different countries around the world. Okay, we're going to showcase another project at this time, the Finding Solutions to Hunger project, which connects classes around the world around the issues to hunger, poverty, and inequality. This project video showcases actually one class's experience doing the project, so it's a little bit different in style, but this way you get a peek inside a school and hear from some of the students who participated in this project. So we'll go ahead and give this one a kickoff now as well.
You must go to a shelter for the homeless to get food, clothes, and medical care. It's not just being aware, but it's also knowing what can I do to make a difference. It starts not with me, not with you, but each one of us.
I remember we were talking about like who gets to eat in a family, and then this one person was like, well, the girls don't get to eat because the boys do all of the work.
Yeah,
and at first I was like, we were very shocked, and then we were like, oh wait, that's how it is. It's very eye-opening. Basically, we are conferring with students in other countries about things that we've learned about hunger and world hunger and poverty, and learning where hunger was, which was actually really surprising because it wasn't where I thought it was at all.
And 2 waiters from the other. You said you would do that, and Claudia.
This is interesting for them because it's authentic, it's real, it's current.
They think no one in the United States is hungry.
It's not something that they've read about and that's 5 years old. It's right now.
Madame had this hunger banquet planned out way before we knew about it.
Welcome to John Henley High School and this hunger banquet, sponsored by students in Miss Middlehoff's and Miss Delmata's classes. Your random ticket gives you little control over how much food you receive, in the same way people in the real world have little control which economic situation they are born into.
And we have a sub, and we'd be like, where's Madame? She's like, oh, I'm doing iEARN.
iEARN came to talk about this global outreach project and enables us to have lesson plans that are incorporated then into our classroom.
I think it's better that we like show them rather than just tell them. Yeah. You're not going to want to make a difference unless you like see the problem. It's going back to the thing with iEARN where we're like collaborating with the other people in the other countries, and it's better than just reading about their culture we're experiencing.
Great. We're happy to share this video as well, which sort of gives a peek into one class's and some students' experience in the program. One thing that I like is it highlights how all of our iEARN projects, not only do they tie to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, but as part of the projects, all projects must answer how will this project make a difference for the people and the planet and improve the quality of life. So you see here connection to the community, students learning about local issues, but then also taking action and making change in their communities. Okay, and if anyone has joined the Finding Solutions to Hunger project, please feel free to put a mention in the chat box, or if you're interested and have questions, please write your questions there. And just a note, maybe some of you in this webinar will recognize some of the setting of that video as it was filmed at John Hanley High School in Virginia, where we had our 2018 iEARN conference. So for this last project video, we're going to highlight the solar cooking project and take you to another school in the United States to learn about this project and the students that are participating. Currently, there is the Solar Explorers project running facilitated out of Australia, and they're just getting started up this September. And in this project, students learn about energy and alternative energy, and they design and build a solar cooker and actually cook in it as one of the project activities as they're exploring this issue. So without further ado, we're going to travel to North Carolina and hear from Kathy Boziak and her students as they share about their experience doing solar cooking. So I invite you to check out both the Solar Cooking or the Solar Explorers project in iEARN. Oops, excuse me. And without further ado, we're going to hear about their experience in the project.
Our curriculum in North Carolina has gone through a lot of changes. We've gone from looking at things that happen around the world or science related to looking at things that happen in North Carolina.
Really here we don't get to see what happens in other countries. Especially being from the United States, we definitely have biases towards different people and different things.
I really think it's important to connect kids in other countries because if you don't, you lose a whole sense of global oneness. iEARN USA is a project-based program that uses technology to connect students to help them facilitate and enrich their curriculums, whether it's in the United States or whether it's global.
With my iEARN project, we worked with the school in Syria on solar cooking projects.
Their question was, how are you going to use the solar energy that we get daily to produce the best s'more that you can make?
So our partner school in Taiwan is doing the solar cooking project as well.
They have to try and figure out how to get across to them what the ingredients that we're using are or what some of the supplies that we're using because they're not the same.
Me and one of their students, but he wasn't quite sure what a s'more was. So I explained that, and that was pretty cool.
They have to design their project, they have to test their project, they have to modify their project.
When we first started, we had this great idea. We were going to build a box and then insulate it. We've had to modify it 100 different times.
And then they have to present it to a panel of peers from the community.
We had teachers and professors and students of all across the world watching and listening to us just share how we did the project.
iEARN USA aligns with my curriculum in North Carolina because all of the projects are designed by teachers for their standards, and so it matches mine as well. You can't pick up the kind of stuff that goes on here, the real world experiences in the project-based learning. If we connect youth, we've now connected future adults. And when you connect future adults and you have no sense of fear between them and you have trust and a celebration of their culture, you've created the potential for a pretty good future world.
Great. So we encourage you to check out the Solar Cooking Project or Solar Explorers, which also explore similar themes and project activities. Okay, great. I think that concludes our video series featuring some of the projects. We did want to take a moment to share about how to join. If you're new to iEARN, and are interested, you read the project book and you want to join a project, we'll just take a moment and give you a little bit of an orientation on our website so you know how to join. So without further ado, when you come to iEARN, you'll notice at the top there's a login area, and this is where people come to access our collaboration center and the global projects in the network. So if you click join, it will take you to either a login page, or if you're not yet a member, you can click to fill out a registration form and get connected. All members are individually approved by country coordinators. That's how we have safety and security in the network. It may take a day or two to get your approval to come through, but we encourage you to go and register on the website. Once you are a member and you log in, to iEARN. Just wanted to highlight a couple things. We have our great resources on everyone's dashboard, so you can reference our Getting Started guide and the project book, and they're all linked there easily, as well as the Teachers Forum. This is a great place if you don't know how to get started, or you don't know which project you're interested in, or are looking for partners. Sort of the chat lounge space for you to connect with teachers. If you've browsed through the Getting Started guide and the project book and you know what you want to do and you're ready to join, then we encourage you to go and join the projects. And I'll just show you a little bit about that as well. Again, you can join, you can search the projects in the Collaboration Center and find out more information about them without a login. But once you have the login, you'll be able to see the forum and discussions and activities. And as we mentioned before, each project has either one or more project facilitators, and so they're listed on the project page. And these are the people who will help guide you through the project in terms of the activities, the timeline, partnerships. They're there to support you. So if you're getting started, we encourage you to connect with them. And as each project has this facilitator who's the one that's designing and connecting and helping others collaborate. Great. So that's a little bit about how to join. I believe we're at the end of our webinar, and so we're encouraging you, if you have any questions about projects, we'll make use of the chat box in our time now. And also, if you have questions ongoing, you can connect with us. If you're in the United States, memberships at us.iern.org, or if you're from another country, we'll help you connect with your country coordinator as well. So I wanted to thank everyone for joining as we conclude the presentation part of this webinar and meeting. And now we'll sort of stop and pause. If you have questions or would like to share about your project experience, we encourage you to put a message in the chat box. Or if you'd like to use our video and microphone, you can raise your hand and we'll connect with you and would love to hear about your experience or answer your questions. Okay, so any questions? If you're looking, have a particular global issue that you're interested in or looking for the right project fit, we can help you sort of find your way and suggest a few projects. Or if you are here and want to share your experience, you're welcome to do so as well. But again, I just wanted to encourage everyone to check out the project book. It's a great collaborative effort of the 120 facilitators from around the world who updated and designed their projects for this cycle. And so we're very happy to share this collaborative work. If there are no questions, then we will wrap up our webinar. I see a quick question in here from Harmeet. That is, if you take part in a project, do you get a certificate? So that varies by project, and usually the project facilitator will either do certificates if that's something that they do as part of the project. So Harmeet, I encourage you to connect with the project facilitator. There is a function in iEARN where they can award certificates to participants, and so they know how to do that. It's not standard per project, but varies by the project. All right, great. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. We encourage you again to go and check out the project book and to search and look through and see what interests you and connect with us online. So thank you so much, and we hope you have a lovely morning or evening or afternoon, wherever you are joining from around the world. Thank you and take care.